Divinopolis, Brazil, January 15, 2025.
Serviço de luto inundado.
Gente, olha que a caminhonete lá no fundo.
Olha aqui. Olha o rio agora. Não pagou não. Olha os carros lá. Nossa senhora, velho.
Doido.
Rapaz, isso aí?
Não apanhou não, Gerard?
Heavy rains that have been falling since Tuesday afternoon have caused flooding in several areas of Divinopolis. In less than 15 minutes, water inundated the Ipiranga neighborhood, where parked cars were swept away and began to flood due to the force of the flood. The city of Divinopolis in the central west region of Minas Gerais is counting the devastation caused by heavy rains in the last few hours.
Tudo parado, viaja aí. Olha aqui que é água. Ó.
The storm caused extensive damage, flooding, and left the population on alert. Images circulating on social media show streets turned into rivers, cars being swept away by the current, and several parts of the city submerged. Mayor Gleison Azevedo declared a state of emergency and made a request for help during this difficult time.
Vai embora. Oh, Deus. Olha os carros.
The scene in Divinopolis this Wednesday 15 is one of the destruction in several neighborhoods. According to INMET, between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. this Tuesday 114.8 millimeters of rain fell. Despite the damage and the scare, there were no reports of injuries. More rain is expected this Wednesday 15.
Inundou, alagou tudo, tá vendo? Eu tô aqui nesse ônibus esperando poder.
According to civil defense, there were almost 40 calls during the rain. Among the calls, it is worth highlighting the situation on Carlo Pereira Chula Street in the Nossa Senhora das Graças neighborhood, which was transformed into a river. The asphalt could not withstand the pressure of the water and was completely ripped away.
Lá nessa rua lá, ó. Tem jeito de passar não, ó. Tá tudo alagado. Olha lá o carro. Misericórdia, Leandro.
In addition to Nossa Senhora das Graças, the storm also affected the neighborhoods of Belo Valley, Bom Pastor, Campina Verde, Centro Esplanada, Interlagos, Ipiranga, LP Pereira, Nachoes, Mangabeiras, Ponte Funda, Rancho Alegre, Vale do Sol, and Villa Belo Horizonte. The damage caused by the rains is widespread. In addition to material damage, such as destroyed homes and flooded businesses, the population is facing difficulties due to lack of drinking water, electricity, and access to essential services. Municipal schools and health units were also affected, disrupting the daily lives of thousands of people.
Vaso das flores, tudo tampado.
Da passagem Nossa Senhora das Graças para o bairro Interlagos, completamente inundado.
The Civil Defense and Fire Department are working to respond to incident and provide assistance to families. Mayor Gleison Azevedo appealed to the community and the state and federal governments to send humanitarian aid and resources for the reconstruction of the city. The fire department reported that it responded to multiple calls due to the flooding and other incidents, among them rescue of people in flooded areas, inspections for risk of property collapse, floods, flooding and flash floods, victims trapped in cars being swept away by the force of water, and collapse of walls of residences.
Continuando a mesma coisa, ninguém toma previdência, só o povo que sofre.
The civil defense also monitored the situation, monitoring the risk areas. In addition to the Santo Antonio neighborhood, there are reports of flooding on Rua Goiás, both in the center in Porto Velho, Avenida Getulio Vargas, and in the Bom Pastor region. See the list of affected areas below.